So I want to let you know that that there could still be hope for people with brain damage. Okay, because I'm sure that some of you or whatever. I mean, I'm sure you might think that people with brain damage cannot get much better, and that's not always true. You know, because it really depends on how quick the person starts treatment and also what kind of therapies they're receiving. All right, and okay, there are a couple people that can think of that almost died and are doing very well. You know, okay, Kevin Pierce. He's a person that used to snowboard. He did snowboarding stunts. All right, and until he got into this near fatal snowboarding accident, and yeah, and he is now married. He is not able. He is now behind this foundation called Love My Brain. All right, and he does yoga. He does yoga too. So he's living a pretty normal life. I mean, just and here he almost died. He had like blood coming out of his ears. I mean, that's how severe it was. And now look how well he's doing. You know, and I'm sure part of the reason why I'm sure a big reason why he recovered as much as he did was because he sang certain songs instead of just practicing talking again. I mean, and that's actually what happened to this other guy. His name is Aiden. Aiden Shellings. He used to snowboard. He used to skateboard until he got into a skateboarding accident where he almost lost his life. And yeah, and so he's doing pretty well. I mean, he's not doing as well. I don't think he's doing as well as this guy who used to snowboard, like Kevin Pierce. I don't think he's doing as well as Kevin Pierce, but he's doing very well for someone who almost died. Who fractured his skull. Just talking about like way more serious stuff than just a concussion. So that and this former skateboarder, he wasn't expected to walk, he wasn't expected to talk, and he defied all those odds. So so that right there should tell you that you can't just believe what doctors tell you or what they tell someone I mean, it's because doctors don't know everything, and they can't always predict the future. They're gonna in other words, they're gonna go by their experience. What they've seen so far, what they've already been taught so far. So yeah. In other words, you have to know why they say what they say. And I think it's important for you to ask yourself that. Because it's very easy to get sucked into what people tell you, and that's it. So so yeah, and yeah, so, but yeah, so, and there are other therapies too. There is a therapy called HBOT therapy, or hyperbaric oxygen therapy. So in other words, it's a type of oxygen therapy, and I've seen a video involving this man who has brain damage, that improved a good deal in certain ways from this therapy. He went from being constantly upset and uptight to being calm again, like he used to be, before the accident, and it also helped him to be able to speak better too. It also helped him to be able to communicate a lot better. Even if he's not back to where he was, he's he's doing better to a lot better than he could be doing. Unfortunately, his speech is like way off, because like when you hear him talk, his tone of voice is very, very off. But even if that's the case, he's still married. He still has a very good relationship with his wife. He's he's able to communicate with her a lot better. You know, like telling you, be able to tell her what he wants, what he needs a lot more than before. And in fact, there is a nurse or a doctor or someone that saw him. He or she told his wife, this is unheard of, and this person told her that because either the person saw him how he was before this oxygen therapy, or at least have read about his situation, and you know, to the point where this person is amazed as how well he's doing, how calm he is, you know, from being an emotional wreck to being chilled out, you know. And I also think the person, I'm not surprised that the person, you know, noticed too that he's communicating better on top of that. So it's like, you know, and yeah, and so that, you know, this stuff should give you hope. It really should give you hope here. And I have a feeling that he could be doing better, even better, if he receives other therapies out there. You know, so there's definitely could still be hope for people with brain damage. You know, even if there are people out there who don't believe that there's not much that you can do about it. Really, there is, and I'm just glad this is becoming more known on the internet. You know, because I'm sure this is helping a lot more people out to realize, you know, just what our types of treatments are out there to help with people with brain damage, kind of thing. You know, other than just speech therapies and physical therapies. You know, so I think that's really, really good right there. So anyways, I hope you liked this video, and yeah, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.